Good afternoon, class. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. Yes? Yes. So, how's everything going? Yeah, so did you solve some examples? What we done in the last class on that? Yeah, I've got some doubts as well, and I hope I've resolved your doubts. Hmm? Yes. And yeah, what we had learned in the last class, if you can quickly remember and tell me, summarize each and everything and tell me what have we done in the last class? Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Hmm? Yeah, yeah, correct. Like it was all about the selling price, cost price, and it was some or the other we associated with the ratios and the percentage which we did in our first class. Yeah. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so dear students, today we are going to today we are going to learn about a very new format. Like it's not about the percentage and the discounts which we had learned. It is bit different than that. So it is all about interests. Yeah, so in your previous grades, I hope you all have learned about the simple interest. Yeah, you know the formula for simple interest. Yeah, what is the formula for simple interest? Hmm? Yeah, correct. Yes, dear students, it is PRN upon 100. So principal into rate into interest, rate into number of years divided by 100. Why we take 100? For percent. Yes. So today we are going to focus on the simple interest point and we will be learning more on that as well. Okay. So let me quickly share my screen with you. Yeah. Just confirm if you can see my screen clearly. Perfect. So we are on class 3. Yes, dear students, and comparing quantities. Yeah, great. Okay. So what are the topics which we'll be covering today? As I already told you, we are going to discuss simple interest and compound interest. So you already know what is simple interest. The formula is P into R into N whole divided by 100, where you know your P is nothing but your principal amount. Yeah. So principal amount is nothing but, dear students, the amount, like if there is someone is charging you an interest, whatever amount on whatever amount they have given you, like the loan amount which they have given you. Okay, so that is nothing but the principal interest, the main amount which they have given you. Yeah, so that is nothing but the principal amount. Okay, so the rate of interest, so every bank or every lenders, they have different rate of interest charge. Yeah, so let's consider there is a 10% interest, like when you are giving them back the money, so you have to pay 10% more on that. Yes, yeah, and number of years, like you both would have agreed that I will be like giving you back that money in next 2 years, maybe next 3 years, next 5 years, 10 years, anyhow whatever the commitment is. Yes, so yeah, and see here the rate of interest is in percent, that's why we have to divide it by 100. Yeah, that's it. Correct. So this is simple interest. It's really very easy. Like how whatever the amount is, whatever the principal amount is, on that you have to pay the 10% interest. So according to that, you have to calculate the simple interest. That's it. Okay. But what is compound interest? Compound interest is very different than the simple interest. It is not similar. So compound interest means what you can only keep in your mind. It is nothing but interest on interest. So, like looking at this phrase, let's consider this as a phrase. If you consider this as a phrase, what is the very first thing comes in your mind? Yeah, there is one interest and you have to pay interest again on that interest. Interest on interest. Yeah. Yeah. So it will be something like you have to do simple interest 2 times. Maybe, may not be. We never know what the formula is. Yeah. So that's what we are going to learn in today's class. Okay. Perfect. So simple interest, I've already told you, simple interest is nothing but it is the interest which is calculated on the principal amount, the main amount, the original amount, or the loan which we have taken. Yeah, yeah. And according to that, whatever the rate of interest is, whatever the time is, whatever the n is, yeah. So here you can give the notations may be different. So we will fix only one notations, like we will say P for principal, yeah. You can say principal or the money which you have borrowed, the money which you have borrowed, or you can say the money invested, yeah, any and whatever it may be, yes. Then comes R. So R is nothing but the annual rate. Here it is really very important, you have to know it is annual rate, yeah. It is what? It is the annual rate, yeah. And let's, if you want to T, you can say T. If you want to N, you can put N. So N is nothing but number of years. Or if you say T, then T is nothing but the time, yeah. T is nothing but the time. So whatever, if you want N, you can take N. If you want T, you can take T. Okay, understood? Okay. Okay, so let us do a quick question on simple interest. Yeah, let's slowly read to the question. Amount of rupees 12,800 was invested by Mr. Rohan. So see, whenever a word problem comes, it's my trick, okay? Not trick as in the process, how I do a word problem. If a word problem comes in front of me, I don't read the question together full at a time. No, because it sometimes I feel that it might confuse me and I might lose my confidence. Okay. So what I usually do, I split my question in parts, and then whatever data I get, I quickly note it down. Yeah, suppose see, I'll tell you how to do that. If I read this question, amount of rupees 12,800 was invested by Mr. Rohan. That's it. So from this, what I understood that he has invested some amount. Okay. So first of all, I'll write all the given. So I'll write amount invested. So what is my amount invested? Wait a minute, huh, dear students. If can I just, I want to just make the font small. Pen. Just a minute. I think I can't do that. Anyways, because my handwriting is big now, so I have to. Perfect. No. Okay. So from this, invested by Mr. Rohan. So from this, what can I say? That amount invested. What is the amount invested? It is rupees 12,800. Yeah. Dividing it into two different investments. So he is dividing that amount in two different schemes. So it is scheme A and scheme B at different rate of interest. So I can say for A, the rate is 11 percentage, and for B, the rate is 14 percentage. Yeah, so see how I'm splitting the question, how I'm fetching the given data. Yeah, okay. What was the amount in plan B if the amount of interest earned in 2 years was? Yeah, so see, 2 years. So N is 2 years. And we have to calculate what is the amount in plan B. That means how much he is invested in plan B. Because here we know the total amount invested. This is a total amount. Okay. So we have to calculate individually how much was invested in plan B. If the amount of interest earned, so total amount of interest we know. So here we know the total interest. Yes, we know the total interest. So what is the total interest? It is rupees 3508. So see, this is one part, this is two, this is three, and this is four. So we have four given data in front of us. We have a total amount invested, we have the rate of interest of two different schemes, we have the number of years, and we know the total interest, which is really very important. Okay. So now, what are we going to do? We don't know what is the amount invested in plan A, neither in plan B. So how are we going to start with our solution? Whatever we don't know, if there is only one unknown, we can do the sum with the formula. But here are two unknowns. We don't know at all what is the amount in plan A, nor we know what is in plan B. So we will assume, let your sum. You can write sum or you can say amount. Let sum invested in plan A is equals to rupees X. If A is rupees X, then what will be B, dear students? Total is 12,800. Yes. So if X is going from then you can write here it can be 12,800 minus X. Yes or no? Yeah, of course. Okay. Now, after that, we know the formula. We know the formula for interest. What is the formula for interest? What is the formula for interest? Tell me quickly, quickly, quickly. Simple interest. Yes. I'm talking about simple interest. Yeah. So simple interest is nothing but P into R into N whole divided by 100. Yes or no? Yeah. So now what are we going to do here? There are two investments. So there will be two formulas we have to apply. Two times we have to apply. Therefore, for A, what will be the formula? P is X. What is the rate of interest for A? See here it is. It is 11%. For X, 14%. Yeah. 14%, 2 times year upon 100. Yeah. Okay. Now for the second one. What is the second principle? Yeah. It's 1200 minus X into 11% and number of years is 2 whole divided by 100, which is equals to, yeah, equal to interest. We know the interest. It is 3508. Yes or no, dear students? Yeah. Now, simply we are going to solve this. Therefore, 28x by 100 plus 12800 minus x. I'll put this bracket as it is into 11 twos are 22 whole divided by 100 is equals to 3508. Again, therefore, 28x by 100 plus. I'll multiply this bracket inside. So when I multiply 128, so let me quickly calculate 12800 into 22. So what do I get? I get 281,600 minus 22x whole divided by 100 is equals to 3508. Therefore, so see, a base is common, so we can put this common, we can multiply it by here. So what remains in the numerator? 28x plus 281,600 minus 22x is equals to 350800, because I have transferred my 100 here and I have multiplied it. Yeah. So simply 28 minus 22 is nothing but 6x. 6x is equals to 350800 minus this comes here. So 281600. Therefore, 6x is nothing but, if I subtract them, I get, quickly subtract it. I'll also subtract 350800 minus 281,600, which is nothing but 69,200. Yeah. So now if you divide it by 6, so what is the value of x you will be getting? Yeah, you will be getting in decimal. It is nothing but 11533.33. So this is the sum invested in plan A or its scheme A. Yeah. So we want in plan B. So for plan B, what are we going to do? For plan B, what it was? Yes, it was 12,800 minus x, which is nothing but 12,800 minus 11,533.33, which is nothing but rupees 1,266.67. Yeah. So this is your final answer. The formula was, we know the formula was the basic formula. Yeah. Simply we have to add. Why we added two formulas? Because he has invested that amount in two different schemes. Okay. I hope this question is clear to you. Yes. Okay. Great. Okay, now let's move to compound interest. So at the beginning of the class, I told you, na dear students, compound interest is nothing but it was interest on interest. Okay. So what is going to happen in compound interest? See, compound interest is addition of interest to the principal sum. We have to add the interest to the principal. Yes, of course. Or in other words, interest on interest. I told you in the beginning, na, it's interest on interest. So first you calculate one interest for 1 year. How many years? That many times you have to do. Okay. Now you calculate the interest for the second year. So whatever interest you have paid, again on that you have to calculate the interest. So once you pay the interest, again the interest is going to calculate it in, again the interest is going to be calculated in it, and accordingly. Okay. So the basic formula for compound interest is nothing but amount minus principal. So your A is nothing but your amount, and you know P is nothing but the principal. Yeah. So principal is nothing but the actual value, the original value maybe. Yeah. But amount, how do you calculate the amount? So the formula for amount is equals to P into bracket 1 plus R upon 100 into T. Yeah. Into T, whatever the time is. R upon N, sorry, not R upon 100 into NT. It is NT. Okay. So what are the notations over here? See, amount is nothing, A is nothing but amount, P is the principal. Yeah. R is the interest rate in decimals. See, in decimals. So if it is 10%, so you have to write 10 by 100, which is nothing but 0.1. Yeah. And N is number of interest. Number of times interest is compounded per unit, and time is that number of years into time. Yeah. So if you write only T here, it's okay. This N and this T is same. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's again do the same trick. A sum of 50,000 is borrowed. So you got P is equals to 50,000. At the rate of interest per annum. So rate is 10%, per annum means per year. What is the compound interest for 5 years? So N is your 5 years. Simple. Yeah. So what is the first formula for compound interest? So compound interest is equals to amount minus principal. We know principal, but we don't know the amount. So let us calculate the amount. So amounts formula, just now we saw the amount. Amount is equals to P bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to T. You can go with this formula also, dear students. Okay. So A is equals to P is what? 50,000. 1 plus 10 by 100 into 5. A is equals to, so you can just put this, you will write 50,000 1 plus 1 by 10 raised to 5 again. A is equals to 50,000. This becomes 11 by 10. When you simplify it, like take the LCM, it becomes 11 by 10 raised to 5. So simply a calculative part, you are going to write 50,000 and you are going to write 1110 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only one is remaining. So what you will do? You will multiply 11 how many times? 5 times. Then you will multiply it by again 5 and put a decimal. So accordingly, you will be getting a value of, it will be, I have calculated, and it is 80525.5. So this is your amount. Now you are going to put this amount over here. So 80,525.5 minus principal is nothing but 50,000. So your compound interest is nothing but 30525.5 rupees. Yes. So this is your answer. It was really very simple. We have to just put the formula and solve. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So we have some practice questions. Yeah. So see here, there is only little space. So first what we'll do, we will solve the second problem here and first problem I'll solve here. Okay. So second, the compound interest on, so the compound interest is given. Compound interest is 30,000. Rate of interest is 7% per annum. Oh, on. This is on. See, I also mistaken. The compound interest on rupees 100. So on rupees 100 means what they have given. On rupees 30,000 means what? It is the principal amount. Yes. So principal amount is 30,000. Compound interest I have given here, which is 4347, and you have to calculate the time, or you have to calculate the n. Yeah. So simply we are going to put it in the formula only. So which the amount formula will use. So A is equals to P into bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to T. So amount is what? Do we know the amount? Do we know the amount? No. So we have to calculate the amount first. So I'll calculate the amount over here. So we know that compound interest is equals to amount minus principal. Therefore, amount is equals to compound interest plus principal. So compound interest is this much, principal is this much. So amount becomes 34347. Yeah. Okay. So amount is 34347 is equals to principal is 30,000. 1 plus rate is 7 by 100 and raised to T again. Therefore, so 34347 is equals to, so if I do this, take the LCM, it becomes 107 by 100 raised to T. Okay. Then 107 by 100 raised to T is nothing but 34347 by 330,000. So if I divide this by 3, what I'm going to get, I'm going to get 10,000. 3 ones are 3 carry 1, 3 fours are 12 carry 1, 3 fours are 12, 13, 14, and 3 nines are. So this is the ratio. So like once, if I compare, this is my first part, this is my second part. If I compare both of them, so this should be the root of something. Yeah. So see, like looking at this, you can say that this is 100 and this is, here there are 2 zeros and here there are 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So it may be square. Yeah. Tens square. Yeah, so we know that it is hundreds square is 10,000. Yeah, so now we have to check whether 107 square is what. So we'll quickly get it here only. So 7 sevens are 49, 4, 7, 0, 0, 0, 7, 0, 1. So 9, 4, 4, 1, 1. Yes, is this the same value? So I can say that here it will be what? This will be root or root of this. Yeah. So what will be here? What the T will be here? 2. Yes. So what is the answer? T is 2 years. Got it? So we have to compare the two ratios and we have to get the value. Okay? Perfect. Okay, so the second question we have done, dear students. Let's go for the first one. A lender claims to be lending at simple interest. Yeah, ये तो पता चल गया that it's a simple interest. But he adds the interest every 6 months in the calculation of principal. The rate of interest, see, this is very important. He is not adding the interest yearly, it is 6 months. The rate of interest is 8%. What will be the effective rate of interest? So here the term effective is coming because he is not paying the interest in one, what we can say, in a particular 1 year. In 6 months, 6 months, 6 months he is doing. So what are we going to do for this? Okay, let's just quickly solve this. Okay, so first what are we going to do? First we are going to do how much interest he has done in the first 6 months. Okay, so we don't know the sum amount, we don't know the principal amount. So when you don't know any principal amount, let sum is equals to, I'll start from top. When you don't know anything, what you do, you put it as, or you consider it as x. Okay, so let sum is equals to rupees x, rupees 100. Okay, if sum is rupees 100, so in the first 6 months we have to calculate the simple interest. Then the simple interest on first 6 months is equals to what it will be, dear students? What it will be? P into R into N whole divided by 100. Yes or no? Therefore, so what is P? 100 into rate of interest. What was the rate of interest? 8%. Into number is 6 months. So 6 months. So 6 divided by 12 we have to do, and this 100 comes over here. Yeah. So 100 gets cancelled. 6 ones are, 6 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 fours are. So what is the interest? Therefore, simple interest is equals to rupees 4. Yeah. So here we have completed the one part. Now, simple interest on next, or you can say last 6 months. He's paying 6 months now. So again, the formula is same. P into R into N upon 100. Therefore, what is your principal? 100. Rate of interest is same, 8. Number of years is 6 months. That's why 6 by 12 and into again 100. Okay, so here your principal won't be 100, dear students. What will your principal be? Yes, it is going to be 104. Yeah, a new principal, right? A new principal will be coming because that interest will be added over here. Yeah, so it will be 104. So, like 6 ones are, 6 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 fours are, like 4 fours are 16. 1, 4 ones are 4 upon 100. Therefore, simple interest is nothing but rupees 4.16. Yes? Yeah. Okay. So we got two different simple interest. Now, amount at the end of 1 year. So what is the amount totally he will be giving at the end of 1 year? So total amount at the end of 1 year. What it will be, dear students? So first the sum was 100. then he paid 4 rupees interest, and then again 4.16. So it will be rupees 108.16. Yes. Okay. Now we have to calculate the effective rate of interest. So my effective rate of interest is equal to, so this is the total amount you paid minus what was the sum. Yeah, so it is nothing but 8.16 percentage. How much you paid? 8.16 percentage. Understood, dear students, what we did? We didn't know the principal amount, so we considered it at 100. And then for each and every six months, we calculated the interest. So we got a total amount, and from the sum, I just subtracted it, and I got the effective rate of interest. Yes. So I hope, dear students, the concept of simple interest and compound interest is clear to you. Yes. Yeah. Do you have any doubts with it? You can ask me. Yeah, so you basically know simple interest is P into R into N upon 100, and compound interest is nothing but interest on interest. So when you get to solve the problem of compound interest, you don't have a direct formula for compound interest, you know. So for that, first what you have to do, first you have to calculate the amount. Yeah. And then once you get the amount, from that particular amount you have to subtract the principal, and then you will be getting the compound interest. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I think you have understood everything, whatever I have taught you, and this was of the very basic level, dear students. It was of the very basic level, and the rest of the parts, if I say the more tricky problems on this or the advanced level problems, we will be discussing in the next class. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, dear students. See you soon. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good day.